Hey everybody, it's your boy Serg Dragon. Welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me is Terrence.
You can smell what the lion is cooking.
We also got Chris Petrie. We also got Andre.
Yo.
And Mike Henry.
If you're ready for an episode of the Heavens Monsters podcast, give me hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I said if you're ready for an episode of the Heavens Monsters podcast, give me hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Today we are going to cover August 5th of 2020, AEW. We start the night with the broadcast team of Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Taz. Next, the first match of the night would be held by the Elite Tag Champs Kenny Omega and Hangman Page and the Young Bucks versus Matt and Nick. Oh, no. That's the. And, oh, wait. It's a 12-man team? Okay. I'm about to say, and for FTR. They're mentioning all these people's names here. Hold up. And the Dark Order of the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, Stunt Grayson,
Stu Grayson.
Stu Grayson, sorry. And the numbers of 5 and 9. I remember how this ended. Everybody would be all over the place until it would be Brody Lee who gets the win for his team, and it's at the expense of Hangman Page. Because of the fact that we were supposed to have such a signature move of the V-Trigger plus Buck Lariat. Yeah, it's his Buckshot. There you go, that's what it's called. The Buckshot V-Trigger. Plus the 2 super kicks from the Young Bucks. But Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks 3-way pulled out of the ring, leaving Brody Lee to tag in his the partner and just BAM! Knock him the fuck out. And he goes and looks at Hangman Adam Page while all his buddies are right there, still looking at him to join the Dark Order, saying what he's doing is a mistake to not join them. Your thoughts?
Alright.
What about you, Chris?
The Elite and FTR did not win. The Dark Order failed.
You, Andre?
All right, so far.
You, Mikey?
Dark Order got the job done. Unbelievable.
Thank you. Next, we have Santana and Ortiz of the Inner Circle versus best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent. In this match, these two would definitely go toe-to-toe, and things would definitely be crossed when Ortiz drops the ball and gets pinned by the best friends. After which, they take their frustrations out on the vehicle of Trent's, I think it's Trent's mom, not Tyler.
Trent Barretta, that's his name.
Mm-hmm. Trent gets his mom's car, Ortiz and Santana wreck the minivan and say, you think we playing? You think we playing? That's what we'll get. They didn't like being seen as a joke.
Yeah, I remember. Trent Barretta is a former WWE superstar.
After which, they get their piece and saying that you could have done anything to us. We're used to it. But when you touch his mom's car, and the guy, respectable mom, says, you touch my mom's cars, you made things personal. Get ready, because we're about to wreck you. It's like, oh, you've done it now. What do you think?
Alright, so far.
What about you, Andre?
All right, so far. If somebody lifted the hand, I would have kicked their butt.
You, Mikey?
They crossed the line. They cross the line.
You, Chris?
Bob, Santana, and Tatis, and Rick, Jeff the Wheeler car. You know it's gonna be a fight.
Mm-hmm. Also, it says here the 3-match winning streak is over for Santina and Ortiz at the hands of best friends, said by Tony Schiavone. So they were on a winning streak for 3 matches in a row? Ortiz and Santana? Huh. I'm glad somebody mentioned it. 'Cause I didn't know. I thought they were on a losing streak still. Next we have MJF appeared live from the MJF campaign headquarters, where he's just being a douche of a boss, making people say and do and just bend.
Please.
And apparently he's got ratings saying that he's the number 1 contender, and they made it official.
Shut up.
Yep. Yep, I know. I don't like MJF either. But it's official. He is going to be the number 1 contender, from what I understand, at All Out. Am I right, Chris?
Shit.
Alright.
That's bullshit. So your thoughts on that, Terrence?
You kind of remind you of someone from the E. You kind of remind you of the Miz a little bit.
Oh. What about you, Chris?
Don't come with a scumbag like MJF.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey, doesn't he remind you of the Miz?
Shut the hell up.
I told you. He agreed with me.
He's not awesome. Neither of them are.
Awful.
Yeah, it's awful. What do you think, Andre?
This is crazy, man. Not a fan of MJF, that Trump, he's a loser.
That Trump freaking loser.
But he is a loser?
He don't look like Trump.
I don't know.
Trump's orange skin, tan as fuck, blonde, floppy looking hair, and then you got the squinty eyes.
And you got the Divas go, oh, my fellow Americans. I'm here to be your great president of all time.
Why the hell did you sound like that guy? It's like, my fellow Americans. You sound like somebody else. You didn't sound like Trump.
That's what he says in that deep voice. Because if you heard of Steve,
He doesn't have a deep voice. He has a raspy voice.
Have you heard?
He says, my fellow Americans. It sounds like that or something.
Have you heard of that talk show Stephen Colbert?
Mm-hmm.
He does an impression of Donald Trump.
Yeah, but his voice ain't low. It's raspy.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Serge.
What's up?
Check my boy X-Man. He won't be back on Medicine until tomorrow or later on this week. So sadly, I won't join the podcast for AEW. Whenever it's the day of my counting appointment, I take that whole day off of my social media and I have to be on the podcast this week. But I'll be back on it soon. Just cross your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
What he said?
He said Xavier's not going to be on for a while.
Oh.
Yeah. You get your thoughts on MJF, Mikey.
Like I said, shut the hell up. I don't give a rat's ass of that message.
Like I said, he reminds you of the. He'll kind of remind people of the Miz.
Hey, man, I don't give a shit.
Next, we have Matthew Hardy on a 5-match winning streak, was standing in the ring with a microphone.
Delete.
Yep, ultimately calling out Sammy Guevara, who was underneath the ring, trying to sneak up on him, but Matthew Hardy, as he said, Sammy, I knew you'd come. And they fighting each other.
But he's not doing that broken game anymore.
Yeah, but he said it.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's doing his.
He said it's a combination of everything.
I'm not saying he's not doing it. I'm not saying he's not doing the catchphrase. I'm saying he's not doing the outfit
Yeah, he's not doing it.
and the wearing and his hair.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
But he said that. That's what he said.
Yeah, I'm not saying about a catchphrase.
He said that he's going to combine them all and just be himself.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about catchphrases. I didn't say that.
In which case, the match, it wasn't even a match. It was just a straight up brawl. And it ended with Sammy Guevara throwing himself onto Matt Hardy on a table, and Matt Hardy would be bleeding so bad, but still, he said a message on his YouTube channel that he didn't kill him. And that there have many people who tried, but he just cannot die. He cannot die. He said that over and over, screaming at the top of his lungs in his own property. And it's saying that coming to Sammy Guevara is Matthew Hardy, the immortal one. Your thoughts?
I like Matt Hardy.
Does it?
Yeah, and I hope he destroys Sammy Guevara, because Sammy Guevara is an idiot.
Oh, yeah. Your thoughts, Mikey?
Billy.
You, Andre?
Good so far.
You, Chris?
Sammy Guevara, he threw that steel chair on Matt Hardy's face. Yeah, he went on top, and there was a 450 or something in Matt Hardy in the table, and that's about it.
Oh, yeah. This was followed by John Silver and Alex Reynolds.
Let me see.
Alex Reynolds
That's Reynolds.
of the Dark Order
Johnson.
versus Matt. Hey, fuck you, pronounce that. Matt Cardona. Oh, yeah, that's Zack Ryder. That's right. See, I'm not used to his name yet. That's his real name, by the way, from what you say, right?
Yes.
T-Money, that's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And in which case, and the TNT champion, the American Nightmare, Cody, accompanied by the enforcer, Arn Anderson. This would be an interesting tag team match because these two are friends for a long time, as it's being said. I want to know. And these two definitely lay it out as to, let me see what it says. Dark Order, German suplex, blah, 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 blah. Attempted a crossroads on the Silver, but Silver countered. But both men crushed and burnt into the concrete after a suplex from Silver. Cardona was waiting for Silver and caught him with his radio silence finisher for the victory. After that,
I'll see y'all Thursday.
see you Thursday. After that, when Cody Rhodes would go up to the stage, you would see Scorpio Sky actually look straight into his face, and it would be pretty much all said and done because it was already put on the card for next week on AEW Dynamite. Had to get that right. I was about to say WWE in my head. I'm like, nope, wrong. That's wrong. AEW Dynamite.
Oh, and I want y'all to know about Cody Rhodes. You know how he issued a challenge for anyone for his TNT World title?
See, I'm not the only one.
Oh, no, yeah. His
TNT title. You got it.
TNT title. The one that called, responded was JTG, Prime Time.
Oh, snap. That'd be good. Whenever he have that, technically WWE owns that Crime Time music, so they would have to give him something else, right?
Yeah, and plus he can't use the JTG name. He can't use his name.
What the hell?
Because they owns your theme song and your name.
So it'll go by something else.
Yeah, he has to use another name.
His real name, maybe.
Yeah.
There you go. So what are your thoughts on the match won by Matt Cardona, and Cody Rhodes, and the fact that Scorpio Sky is going to get a title shot next week? Chris?
Congratulations to Cody Rhodes and Matt. Cardona, we said. They beat the Dark Order, and now Cody Rhodes has to defend his championship against Scorpio Sky. week on AEW Dark movies this week. You know, tomorrow.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. For what Chris is saying on AEW After Dark, Scorpio Sky had been on a major winning streak to a point someone mentioned this, that he had been on a 24 out of 10 winning streaks. He has 10 losses, but 24 winning streaks. And the fact that he is dominant on the After Dark show, but he wants a actual be on the main brand, which is Dynamite. Even going so far as to mention the fact that only 2 people had pinned Chris Jericho. One is the champion Jon Moxley and himself. So I guess this is him putting himself out there saying, I want a title shot. And After Dark was the week before that, since it's always after Dynamite. And then it airs the Tuesday before next week. Next day is the newest episode of it. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that.
Wrestling has been doing it for years. It's just like SmackDown.
Yeah, but it's done more better, though. Because it's on Monday and it airs on Friday. This is literally the week next.
No. I read it's not done Monday. It's done Tuesday. Then it airs on Friday, bro.
Yeah, I aired on Friday, I said.
You said Monday at first.
Yeah, Monday is Raw. Then the next showing is on Friday.
But you didn't say Raw. You said I was talking about
I'm going by order. Because what they do is they do it Wednesday and then they air the matches that come after Dynamite all the way to next Tuesday, and then the next day is a new episode of what the hell? Get this stuff fixed because I can't follow that. I can't follow that.
They've been doing it for years, but they're not gonna stop.
Yeah. Maybe do it on a Saturday or something. Thursday, maybe. We ain't got shit on Thursday.
Well, they can't, bro. Because it would make sense to put both shows on both days. They usually skip a day and put another show.
I said Thursday. We literally got no wrestling shows on Thursday.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have you want the day shows?
No. AEW. What are we talking about?
Well, here's the thing.
AEW.
They said Tony Khan said he only gonna do that on Wednesdays. He's not gonna do that on Thursday.
I'm gonna explain Tuesdays as far as After Dark. Because they do that every Tuesday, and it's supposed to be the show after.
Because the whole thing is that they got NBA, bro.
Chris, what's your take on that? It turned dark.
On what?
On the AEW Dark with Scorpio Sky.
You have a great point. He did beat Chris Jericho, and he deserved a TNT championship opportunity because he's on the roll.
Mm-hmm. Your thoughts, Mikey?
Looks like Scorpio Sky's gonna get a shot at Cody Rhodes. I hope.
You, Andre?
All right, so far.
Mm-hmm.
Same with me, because I don't know anything about Scorpio Sky. I just know about Chris Daniels and Kazarian.
Next, we got a AEW debate with Chris Jericho and Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. But here's the thing. The AEW announcer, Josh and Roberts, introduces the very special guest, Monitor, making his return for, I don't know, what was it?
Making his return to TNT.
Yeah. After,
he was the former president of WCW.
83 weeks. 83 weeks.
This is a podcast.
No, it says 83 weeks since his return would be Eric Bischoff.
No, bro.
Look, Jim Ross said it.
Because that's the name of this podcast, bro. That's what the name of this podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
83 weeks, what the hell?
WCW
I think it was-
announcer.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff was the president of WCW.
Uh-huh. And they said it was like 10 years?
So, no, It's been 20 years since he made his debut. Since he came to.
Not came, left is what they're talking about. Left. Since he's been on TNT is what they're saying. Not when they started.
Since he been on there.
No, not when was the last time then? That's what they're mentioning.
That's what they're saying. That's what the last time they saw him was 20 years in WCW.
That's saying 10.
They got it wrong, bro.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what they said.
I know.
So, in which case, he goes and they have the discussion. How do you feel about Eric Bischoff coming and making his appearance back on TNT? Chris? You hear me, Chris? How do you feel about Eric Bischoff coming back?
Awesome. Former member of the NWO.
Yeah. And you, Andre?
All right, so far.
You, Mikey?
Eric Bischoff returns to TV for the first time in a long time.
Oh, yeah. We then get the questions that were random on social media. Chris Jericho is usually just talking while Orange Cassidy is staying silent, only for one thing, and that was the topic of the economy weather, or whatever. Right? Yep. After that, he goes and mentions that he despises him and he's going to make a mockery of him because he's the biggest guy in this business. And it's $7,000. I thought it was $70,000. No, I'm saying $7,000.
No, $7,000.
After he beats him at All Out, that he's going to have him pay that $7,000 fine.
The jacket, not front.
Yeah, fine for the jacket. He's basically saying that because it's going to fine him that much money to have that replaced. That's what it means.
No, he's talking about he got paid for the jacket.
Yeah, replaced by designer. A diner jacket suit. He's going to fine him. That's what it meant.
It says on here?
No, I remember that's what he said on the show.
He's talking about paying the $7 jacket. That's what he wants.
70. That's a cheap ass suit. 70. $7,000. Yeah. But ultimately, with Eric Bischoff, what Orange Cassidy said about the weather and the economy, it blew his mind, so he gave the win to him, to Orange Cassidy. And Chris Jericho goes and says, for the 22 years I've known you, I never once liked you. It's been 24, says Eric Bischoff, and the feeling is mutual. And like, he called him out on the dates. It's been 24 years. 24. And of course, with Big Hurt, Jake Hager, the whole time there, he goes and jumps him, and they just lay him out. Especially when they hits him with the Judas Effect elbow shot. And Orange Cassidy is just laid there as a wreck. Let me see.
You know why he jumped ship to AEW, right?
Who?
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, you already know.
They treated him bad.
Yeah. It would be best friends that run down to assist him, but that would be all that, because you already know that best friends have a issue with the inner circle with Santana and Ortiz. So they just ran out knowing that they had the last laugh at this current time. So what are your thoughts?
Well, you know they're gonna bring out the mother. I guess Trent Beretta.
Yep.
But this week to have one of the Santana Ortiz to apologize to her. But I gotta feel something's gonna happen when they do that.
I'm gonna laugh if they call up their moms You don't want to have even if it's Hispanic or Puerto Rican, you don't want to be the one having to hear, you know what I'm going to do? What you going to do? I'm going to call your mom. Like, no, don't call her. No.
This ain't the first time. This ain't the first time on TNT that they had a wrestler's mom come to show. Because if y'all remember...
Something, Benjamin?
No. Y'all remember Buck Bagwell?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, he brought his mom to WCW, and she became a wrestler. Mm-hmm. And she won a tag team belt.
Oh, shit.
And her tag team partner was Scott Steiner's older brother, Rick.
Yeah. Your thoughts on that, Andre?
All right, so far, yes.
You, Chris?
Barris.
That's it?
Lucky Jake Hager came out and attacked Orange Cassidy. Well, Jericho give Orange Cassidy the juris of bets. So best friend came out and said, it was too late.
You, Mikey?
Entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Next, we have Tony Schiavone, who's ringside interviewing Dr. Britt Baker.
Oh, my God.
I hear you too. I hear you. So she ends up saying who she wants to represent her to fight against Big Swole. And she had her pick of anybody. Why the hell did she pick her secretary? Reba. How do you pronounce her name? Yeah, Reba. She's surprised. Like, what? Me? She gets in the ring and ultimately is beaten down by Big Swole. And now we know for a fact that we're going to have a match with Britt Baker versus Big Swole. I don't know when. I don't think it's going to be all out. But if it is, dang. She lying about that injury if she shows up and she's wrestling.
Reba doesn't want to wrestle, though.
Your thoughts, Mikey? I hear you.
Dr. Baker's plan backfired.
With Dirty Dancing, that's what her finisher is called. Dirty Dancing. Big Swole's move. What do you think, Terrence?
No. It's hard. I don't care for. No. Besides, Big Swole looks like a man to me. No.
What about you, Andre?
Crazy, but good.
Sad part, she was trying to call out Brock Lesnar so she can whoop his ass.
Who?
When she was in WWE at the time, she said that she called out Brock Lesnar backstage saying that she can whoop his ass.
No, she can't. She be thrown like a rag doll.
He laughed too. He started being cool with her when she was the first woman to say that to him.
Yeah.
Because no woman ever said anything to him.
You, Chris, what do you think?
Big Swole and Dr. Big Baker, that would be great. I hope Big Swole can beat her and put her back in the dumpster.
Oh, yeah. Next, we have the main event. Darby Allin versus AEW World Champion Jon Moxley.
Undefeated Jon Moxley.
Oh, yeah. Also, what the hell is Darby Allin walking around with a black and white mask of Jon Moxley? What the? Well, playing that psychic game didn't work. Just pissed him off. And the match, I'm going to just skip to the end, despite everything that happened. It was a good match. They fought the hell out of each other. And Taz was mad that his boys, Brian Cage and Stark, couldn't even be in the match.
I'm glad you mentioned about that dude. People are comparing him to The Rock.
Who?
That dude, that other dude that's Brian Cage. Because I don't know if you saw what I posted on group text about him.
That was Andre.
They like he had on like the same kind of shirt that The Rock would wear. It was like a silk, expensive shirt. And then people compare him to The Rock because he was just looked like The Rock. Back in the Attitude Era.
So, pretty much like I said, fast forward, Jon Moxley ends up hitting Darby Allin. Yep, no, I'm trying to see how he finished it. Because I know it wasn't a paradigm shift. I know it was something else.
Dodge style power driver.
No, Darby Allin popped out of that one. Oh yeah, it was the paradigm shift. He spiked him too. He freaking lifted him in the air and then BAM! And then got the 3 count right after that. And after that, Jon Moxley would be hugging Darby Allin for good work because he said it. He respects this boy. He likes the kid. He reminds him of himself. And he looks for the best in this kid. And yeah, that's what it was. Although it's showing how much respect he has for Darby. Backstage, MJF was furious as his plan. Oh, that's what happened. I thought I was missing something. During this match, Jon Moxley would be shot with the actual AEW Championship belt by MJF because Wardlow came out and distracted the ref, thinking that the better odds of him and his title shot would be against Darby Allin, who's a small, skinny guy. But that didn't work in his favor. Jon Moxley retains his title, and the plans of MJF are foiled. So, between 2 guys fighting it out and 1 guy trying to ruin it all, didn't work. Jon Moxley retains his title, still undefeated, and is now moving on to MJF. Your thoughts?
It was good because let me see how he
I don't
thought
need this no more.
how he was trying to do it. He thought it would be easy for him to beat Darby Allin with Warlord on his side. That's what he thought because I thought he'd win. That's what he thought he'd probably win. Warlord. He said, "Now that I'm world champion, I got Warlord. No one can stop me."
What are your thoughts, Mikey?
About what?
About MJF trying to interfere in this match and give the win to Darby Allin, seeing as that he was more of a likely competitor to lose to him. But it didn't work. Jon Moxley retained his title. Go ahead. Say again, Mikey?
I said, who the hell invited MJF to interfere?
He crashed the party.
Like I said, if he was the world champion, he would be undefeated with Warlow by his side.
You, Chris?
It was an impressive match against Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley for the title. But in the end, Jon Moxley is still undefeated. And he's still the champion. Sportsmanship against Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley sends a message to MJF: undefeated versus undefeated. When it's gonna happen next week or wow.
No, All Out. It's going to be at an All Out show. What about you, Andre?
All right, so far, yeah.
All right. We went over the recording on 4 gigabytes, bro, so we're going to have to end this. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Like this... Well, no, hold up. A shout out to our fellow brethren of the Heavens Monsters podcast. We got Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube channels will be in the description down below. remaining shout out to T-Money, Chris Petrie, Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. With that said, you like this show, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. This is Terrence. I'm Serg. This is Andre. This is Chris. And this is Mikey. And thanks for being with us, y'all. Mikey, tell them what's up.
And that's the bottom line, because Heaven's Monsters crew stays.
Yeah, buddy.
You smell what the lion is cooking.
He already said that.
I want to say that.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.